Kabir Karim often returns to this street in West London. His 20-year-old brother Alex was shot dead here in June. Police believe Alex was killed in a case of mistaken identity. A 16-year-old boy was one of 9 people arrested over his death. And 8 months after Alex's funeral, no one has been charged.
I'm able to come here. Sometimes I have to come here just to reflect. I feel almost coming here just, I think coming here is it's the closest I'll get to almost reliving him. And because this was his last steps, this was his last breath. But like my mum, she can't handle it, honestly. The last time she came here, she was hysterical. She was in tears, she was screaming, she was wailing in the street.
The police in parts of the country are worried about gun crime, and children are getting involved. Sky News can reveal more than 600 children were arrested for suspected firearm offences in the UK last year. The youngest was 12. Police figures obtained by Sky News show that 171 youths were detained by the Metropolitan Police for alleged firearm crimes in 2020. That was up from 165 the previous year. In the West Midlands, 86 children were arrested over firearms, among them 2 12-year-old boys. And on Merseyside, a 14-year-old girl was arrested for a suspected firearm offence. 2 years earlier, an 11-year-old was arrested there for a firearm crime. The West Midlands had some of the most alarming figures, and one former gang member who carried a gun when he was 15 has seen it coming.
The real issue is it all really boils down to a way of thinking, a mindset, and a culture that's being pushed and is thriving throughout the whole country. It started off in little communities like mine, but this mentality, this way of thinking is like a virus. It spreads. It started spreading throughout the school systems. I remember seeing it when I had just left school, started getting into gang violence and crime, and the way of thinking started to spread. It was just my community at first. Now it's Asian. It's the Asian community. It's the white community. It's everyone.
The National Police Chiefs Council said overall gun crime in the UK remains low. It said it's working to break the cycle of young people becoming involved in gangs. Alex Karim would have turned 21 this month. He'd planned to go to university to study computer science. His family believes someone out there knows who killed him. David Mercer, Sky News.